Carnival CEO, Arnold Donald. So good to see you on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
Glad to be here. We're here celebrating our 175th anniversary of our Cunard line. That includes the Queen Mary II, so we're happy to be here.
Yeah, you're celebrating the past, but you're looking ahead to the future. You've got a lot of interesting things in development. First of all, you want to really increase capacity to China. You also want to go to Cuba, and you've got a, I guess, socially responsible cruise line, Fathom, going forward. Now, Cuba and Fathom, how important is that to the business overall? I would think that would be a smaller market for you.
Well, first of all, Fathom. Fathom is a social impact, purpose-type cruise concept. It's actually a fantastic way for a traveler to get immersion experience and cultural exchange, and to have a wonderful impact working alongside others, in this case in the Dominican Republic, alongside Dominicans who are having impact there. So you can go to fathom.org and find out more about it and call a travel agent.
How much do you project that it will add to revenues?
In terms of revenue generation, that's where China and Cuba are even bigger. So Cuba, there's so much pent-up demand in the U.S. for citizens, U.S. citizens, to go for cultural exchange to China. Because we have Fathom, we fit under the 12 authorized forms of travel to Cuba for U.S. citizens. So Cuba is a way for us to begin, or Fathom is a way for us to begin to enter into Cuba. And then over time, Cuba is going to be a tremendous asset, not only to us, but the industry overall. And then there's China. China is fantastic. It's already growing. The yields there are higher than our average for our fleet. We have significant capacity. We're adding additional capacity in the short term here. And it takes capacity out of other regions of the world, which allows for a higher yield in those markets. And in fact, even though we are the greatest vacation value there is, even with higher yields, we still will be.
What about Europe? Is Europe still an issue right now, and do you think it will be continuing through the rest of the year?
Europe has characterizations of, in some areas, macroeconomic malaise. It has issues of geopolitical tensions. So it's a tougher travel market overall, but we are still growing in Europe, and we're still doing well in Europe, and Europe will always be, especially if you look at Germany and the UK. Continental Europe is struggling a bit more, but we're growing there too.
All right, in terms of some numbers, you plan cost savings this year ranging from $70 to $80 million. Beyond that, you're looking at future cost savings because you are outfitting some ships that will now run on LNG eventually in a couple of years. What sort of cost savings will that translate to, and where are you on the cost savings cycle after this year?
Well, we're on a path to get to double-digit return on invested capital in the next 3 to 4 years. To do that, we have to grow revenue. But we have to contain costs, so it's not a drag, and also that we free up dollars to invest in revenue-generating ideas. So yes, we will offset inflation with initiatives in the firm that is basic communication and collaborating and coordinating across the brands. Longer term, we see a benefit there. Overall, fuel is our single largest expense. And we have reduced our fuel costs. We've reduced over 1 billion gallons of fuel usage since 2007. So we continue with being very smart about consumption. And then LNG in the future, environmentally, is even better. We're very environmentally sound now, but LNG is even more environmentally sound. And we think in the future will offer economic advantages. So the future ships, beginning in 2019 and beyond, we'll be able to have LNG as the source of propulsion.
So the economic advantages, though, aren't going right to the customer, correct? You're not really having to give too many incentives these days.
Well, the beautiful thing about cruising is, not only is it a great vacation experience, it is the greatest vacation value there is. So today, for a land equivalent based experience, it will cost so much more than what you can get on a cruise.
So no need to lower prices because your outlook for booking has been strong.
It's a very good value today. We expect prices to go up. I would encourage people to book sooner rather than later because prices are going to go up. But even at those higher prices, it's still a much better deal than they can get on a land-based vacation, and the experience is unequal.
You had projected 25% earnings growth for this year. Do you have any visibility going out through 2016 at this point in terms of earnings outlook?
Yeah, we're not giving tone of business or future guidance, but we, as you already referenced, in 14 versus 13, we grew 25%. Our guidance this year is to do that again, but we haven't yet given guidance for 2016, Rhonda.
Arnold Donald, great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rhonda.